Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel, College Buddy. My name is Michelle, and in today's video, guys, I wanted to share some of my college experience with you guys. So in today's video, I'm going to be talking about what my experience was like when I felt like I was missing information in one of my college classes. And what prompted me to do this video was I read a review of a local university in my area. And in the review, there was a person that felt that they were missing information when they were in the process of completing their classes in college. And so I decided I wanted to share my experiences with you guys about, how I felt when I felt like I was missing information in one of my college classes. I believe I felt like I was missing information. I think it was probably my second semester of college is when I felt like I started to kind of miss information. Either it was the second semester of college or it was when I was a sophomore officially in college. It all depends, but that's kind of where I felt like I was missing information in college. But I'm going to tell you guys a little bit more about that experience that I had. Alrighty, so I had a history class in college where we studied the history of Latin America. My teacher was an elder gentleman who had wrote his own textbook. The textbook was given to us as stacks of paper by chapter. The trouble is, no matter how much I read and took notes on the chapters, I just couldn't understand what the teacher wanted us to learn. I asked the teacher for help, but he wasn't much help at all. I eventually left his class because of the book and because there were students in his class that said racist and mean things about me in Spanish. I had taken Spanish classes so I could pick up on what they were saying. Okay, so I want to give a little bit of context about textbooks in college, okay? So for many of you, when you go to college, you may find out that your teacher or what they're calling college an instructor. So a college teacher is called an instructor. So for many of you, you may not have a teacher that's written their own textbook. Many of them will have, use a textbook in their class that was written by some other company out there in the world, like Pearson or some other textbook company or whatever and stuff. Okay. In my particular case, when I was in college, that one teacher did write his textbook. And that textbook, I would have to say, wasn't as clear as what you would find in other textbooks. And I think that it's because the teacher wrote the textbook with a whole bunch of jargon, like big words and stuff, and he didn't make it easy for any of his students to understand. I think he was kind of using us as guinea pigs to see if his book was going to be worthy or something like that. And so I didn't really have the best experience with that textbook. Like I said, many of you are not going to have instructors or teachers in college that have written their own textbook, okay? Many of you, when it comes to textbooks, you're going to go to the bookstore at your college, or you'll go online and buy the textbook and everything, and that's how you'll get your textbook. When it comes to textbooks, textbooks can be expensive. I remember for one class I had in college, I had a textbook that was almost $300. And that was a lot of money to be, shelling out for a textbook. And luckily, I was able to buy it using some of the grant money that I had for college and things. It wasn't a book that I just, took, and it wasn't one of those things where, I just had $300 to just throw out and stuff like that. I actually used it. There was a program in at my college. It was where they would give us a certain amount of money, I think $600 to be able to purchase textbooks. And so that's something I was able to qualify for, and that helped with paying for many of my textbooks and stuff. And The great thing was I was able to go to the bookstore on campus to get the books. The thing was the bookstore books were expensive. And if you go online and you get like used textbooks, that tends to be a lot cheaper. But I understand if some of you guys want to get textbooks that are new, they've never been written in or anything. Some of the used books can be just as good. They won't have any writing in them or anything like that, which is good. If you're buying textbooks, you may be able to get some on like, eBay or some other kind of college textbook sites. I think like Check or some other college textbook websites and stuff like that. You guys may be able to find them. I forgot about all the textbook websites because like I'm not in college anymore. It's been almost like 10 years since I've been in college. So I graduated 10 years ago. So, I'm like some of the things I remember, like it's been a while. Anyway, um, you know, textbooks, can be expensive. Okay. And it can be super expensive. Now, if you're somebody and you're in high school, you probably get your textbooks for free. Your teacher just gives you a textbook that's brand new at the beginning of the semester, and you just read that textbook. And then at the end of the semester, once the class is over, you give the book back, and that's what you do. I know many of you guys may use like book covers, which is really good to do because it keeps the book in good condition for the next student who's going to be getting a chance to use that book. So the difference between high school and college is in high school, you don't pay for your textbooks. In college, you pay for all your textbooks. And when you go and try to sell back your college textbooks, you're not going to get the amount that you paid for them. You're going to probably get back like half the money or like a fraction of the money that you paid for the college textbooks if you sell back the book. Okay, and the condition of the book does matter when it comes to your textbook. Another thing I want to bring up is I did leave my history class, and I was able to replace it with another class of another semester later. And so in college, you can get out of classes. So in high school, many of you may find yourself, once you're in a class, you're just stuck in the class and there's nothing you can do about it, even if the teacher's mean you have to be there. In college, if you have an uncomfortable situation as far as a class is concerned, you can get out of the class. So you can do what's called withdrawing from the class, where you can drop the class. If you drop a class, like the first day of the class, let's say you're not feeling the class and you feel like, this isn't for me. You can kind of pick up on the red flags for the teacher or the content or anything like that. Then you can do what's called dropping the class the first week. You go to your college advisor that helps you with your classes. And then you let them know that you're wanting to get out of the class, and then they will help you with the process of not withdrawing, but dropping the class, meaning that you get your money back for that college that you paid for, and you can put that money into your pocket and do whatever you want with that money. My recommendation would be, if you get money for college back for a class, it's a good idea to put it towards any kind of loans that you have, because therefore you can reduce the amount that you owe on loans by giving that money and applying it to like your student loans that you have, okay? And that can help. Now, if you have scholarship money and, like your classes were paid for through a scholarship and stuff, you may have to talk with your financial advisor about that and see if, the money has to go back to the organization that paid for the class. It all depends, but that it's like a case by case kind of basis and stuff. Now, if you withdraw from a class, that means that, let's say you've been in your class for about a month and then you decide you want to get out of the class. Well, that means that you can get out of the class and stuff free and clear. It just means that you're going to have to, you're going to get back less money, and you're going to have to replace that class with another class that's going to fulfill your degree requirements, okay? It's good on the surface, but it's kind of, it can be a little complicated when it comes to replacing a class, because You'll have to go meet with your advisor that helps with your classes, and that particular advisor, they may tell you that you may have to wait another semester or 2 semesters, be put in a class that's of equal course credit or credit hours or units or whatever. So it all totally depends. And you can leave a class if you're getting treated badly in the class. By all means, leave it. But make sure you do it the right way. Don't just leave the class and never come back. Don't do that. What you want to do is that you want to acknowledge that something in the class is not right for you. If somebody is talking about your race or gender or your sexuality or anything like that, anything that makes you uncomfortable, then you have a right to get out of the class. And I would talk to your advisor about that helps with your classes, and let them know. And let them know that you're getting out of the class and why you're getting out of the class. And just so that they know. If you're dropping a class, they may not ask. If you're leaving a class and withdrawing, they may not ask either. You just may say, this isn't the class for me. And they'll say, okay, well, here's another class that you'll be able to take. You'll have to wait till next semester to take it and stuff. You may not have to give a whole expose about why you're leaving the class. But if you feel comfortable talking to your admission, if you feel comfortable talking to your advisor that helps you with your academic advisor that helps you with the classes and stuff, then you can. I just remembered that it's an academic advisor. At least that's what it was called when I was in college. Your advisor could go by a different kind of title when you're in college and stuff. So I feel like I've kind of talked a lot about, my experience and kind of threw a little bit in there to help you guys. So I want to thank you guys for watching this video. I did do 2 other videos. So I did a video about why I chose to major in business in college, as well as I did a video about, trying to remember what I named the video. I did a video about what it was like to be a freshman in college. So you can check those 2 videos out, and I'll link those 2 in the description for you guys to check out. And, those videos are very valuable for those of you who are going to be going to college. The information I share in my videos is likely not going to be any information that you're going to be hearing on YouTube. It's very unique, very personal, and it's going to be an experience that can help you navigate college in a much better way than what I did, because I made a lot of mistakes in college, and that's because I didn't have a lot of insight into it before I started. And I know many of you may decide to go talk to your teachers in high school or your high school counselor about college and things. And what I want to let you know is that your teachers or your high school counselor or even your principal may not be so forthcoming in talking to you about college, because they may feel like that's going to be the college's job when you get to the college. It'll be for the advisors and stuff that you have to talk to you about it. And I feel like it's important for you guys to have this information before you even consider going to college, because it helps you make better decisions towards going to college. So I want to thank you guys for watching this video. I hope it was helpful, and thank you for watching, and until my next video, bye.